Welcome to the 𝙏𝙝𝙖𝙣 Solutions, and to the new viewers, you are most welcome to this channel. Please feel free to support us by subscribing, hitting that subscription bell down below. And to the old subscribers, much love, we appreciate it. Kindly keep it up, don't give up. We're still moving, let's build this channel together. And in this video, we're gonna be looking at this ThinkBook 14th generation to Lenovo laptop. We're going to be focusing on unboxing it, reviewing it, and then possibly looking at other features that it's entitled in this laptop. It's a Lenovo ThinkBook 14th generation to machine. So without wasting any of our time, let's dig in and see. So I'm going to be starting by unboxing, opening it up, unwrapping it, and seeing what exactly is inside here. So I'll start, of course, by opening, and open. This is how it came. It's pretty brand new. So it comes with this. Let's get rid of these wrapping boxes, and still in its cover, but still we need to get rid of the cover and open it up. So this is the new Lenovo ThinkBook generational 2 laptop, and this is how it appears. So we're gonna be looking at it the way it is. So let's see exactly what is remaining inside here. Okay, we have the power adapter or a charger, and this is the charger, the power adapter charger. It's a 45W charger, and it's a Type-C charger. Of course, that means the laptop also has a Type-C charging port. So let's dig in and see exactly what our laptop has in detail. Oops. So after opening it up, let's try to review this laptop and see what it entails inside. So judging on the weight, it weighs 1.40 kilograms, which is approximately 3.1 lbs in weight. So it's a pretty good one. It's not all that heavy. It can easily be put in or carried in your backpack, and you don't feel the weight. So and in appearance, body material, it's of an aluminium, and it's quite a pretty good model. Rather, the body looks so cool. It has its own logo down here, which is the Lenovo logo. Let me make sure that I show you. It has that Lenovo logo, and then it has a ThinkBook writing over there. So it's a pretty good laptop in terms of size and then appearance. It doesn't look all that. It's a bit fancier. It's more of a diplomat laptop. So basing on the appearance, if we are to look at these edges, it has this USB Type-C generation 2. If you can see it, it's Type-C generation 2 charging port, which is used for charging and transmitting data of up to maybe 10 GB per second. Then followed by, it has this other second one, which is the Type-C 4.0 Thunderbolt, which supports data transmission of up to 40 GB per second, which is pretty some good speed, and with all, of course, the latest technology. And here, the next one, if I may pull it closer to the camera, this next port here we have is the HDMI port, Then on the next, after the HDMI point, we have the USB-A of 3.2 of the generation 1, of course, and it's always on. This one is always on, and you can use it for charging your maybe your mobile phone or any other thing that you would like to charge. For it, it's always on. Whether the laptop is shut down or on, it's always on. Then we have the double headphone and microphone combo, which is a combination of headphones and microphone. Then after that, I don't know whether you can see it there. We have the Lenovo hole, which is used for it's a special hole that allows you to access the Lenovo button, which gives you the options of entering the BIOS settings. Maybe if you want to set up the computer, it's the Lenovo hole the Lenovo hole that you can always get around here. After the Lenovo hole, we have this other point. I don't know whether you can see it. It's the battery indicator, the one that shows you whether the battery is on or you've connected your power directly onto the laptop. So it's the indicator that shows you whether the laptop is connected fully or not. Moving on to this other side, we have what we call, let me bring it closer to the camera so that you can be able to view. So starting from this other side, now let's start from here, where we have the 4-in-1 card reader. And in this card reader, if we say 4-in-1, we have the SD, which is the secure digital card. So this laptop has that provision for an SD, and it also has the same position, or rather the same port that can accommodate secure digital high capacity card, which is the SDHC. Then it also supports the SDXC, which is the secure digital extended capacity card, and also supports the MM card, which is the multimedia card. So it's a 4-in-1 which accommodates all the cards in one port. So it's quite a good one, and we can always have it at your disposal. So moving on, let me bring it closer to you. It has this other USB type A port, which is of 3.2, and it's a generation 1 technology. Then after that, we have the RJ45 port. This one is for connecting the internet, or rather the Ethernet cable into the computer for easy connectivity. So it supports that technology, and it's quite a good one. And moving on to the next port available on this laptop, we have the Kingston Nano Server lock slot, which is used basically for locking the computer in case you want to lock it on the gadget or anything, maybe a table, anything. It's the one you can use. So it's pretty good laptop, as you can see. In terms of opening, it's a 190 flip laptop, which is quite good enough for your workload. It's an embedded laptop which has, if I may bring it closer, it has a fingerprint. If I bring it closer here, it has a fingerprint technology. It has a fingerprint reader technology. It also has a web camera which focuses on HD, and it also has a backlight keyboard in case I'm to switch it on. I haven't turned it on yet. I'm just showing you the features that it's entailed. Also, it has a microphone array, digital microphone, and it also has Bluetooth technology which you can use to always connect to other devices. It has Wi-Fi. Of course, it has Wi-Fi of the latest technology, which is it supports Wi-Fi 5, Wi-Fi 6, and it has the latest generation, which enables faster downloads, also enables increased bandwidth and lower latency and seamless conferencing. So it's kind of a good one in terms of connectivity. So moving on, let me try powering it on and see how it behaves. So I'm switching on the power button. It has some light over there. So let's see how it starts. This one, of course, came with it. It was pre-installed. It came with this pre-installed operating system, which is Windows 10 Professional, which is Windows 10 Pro. It's already pre-installed. And looking at the processor runs up to 11th generation Intel Core i7, which runs up to 1165G7 processor. It's the one pre-installed in this one. It's an Intel, not another type of processor. It's an Intel processor installed in here. And if we look at the display, or rather the screen, it has a high resolution Blu-ray low blue light, which is pretty good for your eyes. And it's a 14-inch screen, which has an IPS, which is an in-plane switching technology embedded in here. It's also anti-glare. It's anti-glare, and the type of display technology that you will see most commonly on your phones maybe is what is entailed in here. So it's pretty good one. It's pretty good laptop that you can use at any time, anywhere. So it also produces a much higher display quality. It also produces a much higher display quality. If you can look at it, it has better colors. It also has better viewing angles. If you can see, you can view it at all angles. It's also built with flicker-free visuals. It also supports the TUV, so it's a pretty good one. If you look at the memory space, it supports up to 16 GB, and it's a DDR inbuilt. So we're going to open it up and see what it entails inside, and see how good this laptop is. It's an Intel Core i7. So let's dig in and see how we can open up inside. So we have, if you are to count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 screws that we need to first unscrew, or rather open. So starting right away, let's start by unscrewing this other side using our Phillips screwdriver. Unscrew the second one, unscrew the third one, unscrew the fourth one, unscrew the fifth one, unscrew the sixth one, then go to this other corner, unscrew the seventh one. These ones of the edges, for them they are built to come out, so you can remove them initially. These ones come out, so we remove. So that implies that the outer four come out, but these ones are inbuilt. They get, or rather remain, on the frame. So once we are done, we can focus on opening up this frame or cover. So once we are done unscrewing and removing all the screws, we focus on removing the cover, or rather the frame. And we can use this by having any pressure tool, anything which has this rough surface and has this edge. So we can use this as our pressure tool in case. So let's do this. Let's remove this. You can just be moving it sideways, and you open up the locks. You gotta do this gently so that you don't affect other joints. So you just rotate around as you unlock, and then remove the cover. So this is our cover, bottom cover of the laptop. So this is our interior. So let's focus on our interior and see what is entailed in here. So looking at the motherboard, it has it's pretty good laptop, but remember, our best practice is always to disconnect the power or rather the battery of the laptop. So in this case, we're going to disconnect the battery of the motherboard, and this is the battery itself. So it's an inbuilt battery which we need to first disconnect. So I've disconnected it directly. So in case you want to replace the battery, you can just always it has 3 screws, which is 1, 2, 3. So you can always unscrew this. First one, unscrew the second one, and then the third one. So in case your battery is dead and you would like to replace the battery, you can just always remove and replace the battery. But this is, and same way, in case you are done, you want to put it, this, for example, if this is our new one that we are replacing, we can just put it back in this position where it sits, focusing on the 3 screwdriver alignment, and then put back the screws in case it's a new battery. Put back the 3 screws into their connection ports. So that's it for into there, and then tighten. So in case we want to change the battery, we can always change it from here. And looking at the storage unit, or rather the storage, it has two provisions for storage, and this one is it has an SSD port, which is right here, and also it has an HDD drive. So in case we want to put or rather upgrade from SSD, or in case we want to replace the SSD, we can always, the SSD drive, we can always just open it. It has one single screw driver, then get it out, and then we'll replace in case we have to replace. So in this case, we want to use we want to maintain this SSD. So in case it's a new one and it's what you've replaced, you can always just fit in back this angle and then back with your screw back. But in case we want to upgrade, or rather get a new hard drive, or in case we are using an HDD type, it has a position here. So we can let's try to open it up and see what it has inside there. It has 3 screws here, and this is where it sits. If I may get, let me get a new HDD, and it has this connector, this connecting port, which is connected directly to the motherboard. So this is the HDD connecting slot. Let me try to get an HDD drive so that we can connect it back inside. So this is my HDD drive that I would like to replace in case I'm replacing, or if not, I can even put them 2. It has that provision of having 2, having HDD drive, then also SSD drive. So it has the 2 provisions. So in this case, let me first replace this and see how it goes. So I bring my hard drive into this holding frame that attaches it to the board. So let me put it back here. So it has 4 ports. It has 4 screw ports where we need to attach the hard drive into the holding frame. So let's put these screws back here. Get the second one. Also put it back here. The 4th one. So you can use this in case you are replacing the hard drive. And let me get the fourth one. So once we are done, we can always get this and then connect it back onto the motherboard, then connect back the HDD port with its 4 connecting screws. So we put the screws back. 3 connecting screws. There are 3 in number. Put the second one here. And then the third one back here. So in case we are to add or upgrade our storage unit, we can always add in as more hard drives as we can, depending on the size that we would like to upgrade to. So moving on to the other parts, we have it has two speakers, inbuilt speakers. It has this one, and they have their connections here. So in case the sound has problem and you want to replace, you can always feel free to replace. It has its CMOS battery here, and then the fan, and then the fan cooling unit as well onto the processor. So this processor is of high technology, which supports which is of 11th generation Intel i7-1165G7 processor inbuilt in here. So in case we want to replace this, we can always unscrew these 3, and also disconnect it off the cooling fan. So this is the cooling fan along the panels onto the processor. Then the RAM stick is just embedded in here. So that's it. And so once we are done, remember our first thing that we need to focus on is always first disconnect the battery. So this is the VGA cable, which provides display of high resolution, which is low in blue light. So let's just connect back the battery and see how we can cover it back. So you have to connect back. So once it's connected back, we get our cover, then put it back into its position. Do this gently so that the locks can be fitted in very well. So once the locks are fitted in very well, we can tighten the screws back. So we have a screw here, the first one, go to the second one, fasten it, and then go to this third one, fasten the third one, and then the fourth one, fasten the fourth one, go to the fifth one here, into the sixth one, then we go to these other ones.
this and this.
So that is how we can always do those replacement and disassemble and reassemble this Lenovo ThinkBook 14.
It came along with this wireless ThinkLife mouse, and this is how it looks like. So let's try to unbox it as well and see what is inside here. So opening it up. This is the mouse with the battery and then the sensor. This is how the wireless mouse appears with ThinkLife. It comes with its sensor and then the battery. So let's check them out.